Welcome, Gunter Pauli. You're visiting Sweden today, and as I remember, Gunter, you have done a lot on sustainable innovation in your life. And in Sweden, what is the best practice when we talk about sustainable innovations in Sweden?
You know, when you're going for innovations that are real fundamental shifts in thinking and doing, you can't be in the center. The center is the center of power. The center of power doesn't want to change. You have to get out of Stockholm. You have to get out of Gothenburg. You have to get out of Malmö. So, to me, the real inspiration for sustainability that I have received is up in Sundsvall. It's around mid-Sweden where there is a tremendous energy to live with what you have. You know, sustainability is not only about innovation in the way that we manufacture an insulation material. It's not only about having heat exchangers that are more efficient. It's not only about toilets that don't consume water. It is about the way we organize our day-to-day life.
So it's about sustainable lifestyle.
It's about the capacity to respond to your basic needs with what you have. And of course, if you're in a stressful situation, like 4 hours north of Stockholm in Sundsvall and Umeå, well, you're gonna have to be a little bit more creative, because you simply do not have the infrastructure around you to help you. And to me, one of the triggers for change is around the architects, because an architect is forced to integrate everything into a home. You just don't want to have a building, you want to have a home. And a home must be what they call in Swedish mysigt. It must be comfy, it must be very nice. And I think there's one person who has been a great mentor to me and opened so much of my eyes, and that is Anders Nyqvist, who succeeded in bringing the first industrial zone on real ecological terms. It's called the Green Zone, together with an investor called Per Karstedt. But then also he brought what I think is one of the most creative designs for a school. Can you imagine a school where the priority is not saving energy, but the priority is the kids are healthy and study well? Well, that's the kind of design for a school that I would like to have. And when we look at the 10 years of statistics of what the Lagerberg School in Timrå, just outside of Sundsvall, has done, I mean, this is what Sweden should be exporting around the world. This kind of concept that schools are there to have kids who learn well and be healthy. And that can be achieved, amongst others, thanks to the great teachers. But also it can be achieved because the designs of the school are geared towards it.
Well, Sweden inviting 40 environmental ministers from all over the world to prepare Sweden's thinking in front of the Rio de Janeiro summit. And do you think this Middle Sweden best practice should be told in the conference?
Well, I cannot tell the Swedish government what they should be saying to the delegates, but I can only say that a man who has traveled to 150 countries around the world, who has lived on 4 continents, the inspiration of not only the living practice, but the entrepreneurship that emerged from it. And I think this is what we need to see. Governments are bankrupt. Governments don't have the money anymore. We need entrepreneurs who translate insights, hopefully inspired by nature, but insights of how we can do so much better with what we have. Those insights, I have more than 40 innovations that I'm learning and monitoring all the time from Middle Sweden. And that doesn't mean that there's no innovation anywhere else. But it is seldom to see a concentration of a place with so many innovations all in one. And I think the Swedish government shouldn't only talk about it, they should invite a couple of them simply to go up north and see it.
Thank you very much, Gunter.
My pleasure.